I'm Amore Antasia, and today I'm going to be talking about how to write your own book and market it for free. Now, also, I'm going to talk about publishing as well. I did all of that for free. My first book, titled Letters of Encouragement, this is my book. I actually I had my friend to shoot this front and back. I went to one of the studios that allowed him to use it, and we shot this one. I did hair and makeup, of course. It's from my hair company, and this was just for my backyard, literally. Like, I shot this in my backyard in the fall, and so to me, it just went with the theme. I designed it myself on Microsoft PowerPoint. So I'll get into those details later, but first things first, I've had a lot of questions since my previous video on how I wrote and published my book for free. Check that video out. It's going to be linked in the description box, or I'll add a card. But to answer those questions, a lot of you asked, was it completely free? Yes. I literally wrote my book. I used, I'll just briefly talk about the writing part. My writing process, I had already had a few of these topics written down as like YouTube cliff notes. I was going to actually do videos on them, which I will, but it just started off as like a journal, kind of, sort of. And so my friend told me, you should just make it into a book. And I said, well, that's awesome. I should just do that. So I found CreateSpace, createspace.com, and from that website, all of the questions are answered there. Like, I'm so serious. You design everything from your back to your front cover on that website, or you can pay someone to do the design, but you still have to upload it to that site. You come up with the title, everything from A to Z is done at createspace.com. They take care of publishing and everything. Now, my book is also available at Barnes & Noble. That was outside, so I had to do that myself. I had to send them a copy, and I had to go through that process myself. So that was separately from CreateSpace, but CreateSpace is directly over Amazon and Kindle. But anyway, back to the writing part. I literally I sent everything from my iPad, because that's where I typed everything at, because sometimes I would be at work and I would just type on there. So, you can type it on your computer, or you can write it down. Honestly, writing it down on paper, I don't know about that, because I'm just not that type of person. I need to be able to edit and everything, cut things out, paste this here, and do whatever. So I emailed everything to myself. I converted it all to Microsoft Word, because once you do upload your manuscript to createspace.com, the platform, you do have to kind of like condense it. It just depends on what size your book is. I believe this is 5x8, and I have 40 pages, I think 42 or 3 pages. So, well, 45 pages or 44 pages. So my book is relatively small. This is a self-help book on, different topics that are seasonal, like transparency, abandonment issues, depression, suicide, marriage and divorce, hurt and forgiveness, self-worth and image. Those are just some of the topics. But, for those of you who are trying to write novels, the writing process it definitely is going to be different. You can use the same formats, but you will need an editor. Like, I would never just, release a novel without an editor. I edited my book, and I had my mom to edit my book as well, because we are teachers and we do know standard English. She's actually an English like major or minor or something like that. So I just didn't need that many, editors for this. This is just a self-help book. But, they do have editors on the site on CreateSpace, but those services are extra. I think they're like $100 or something like that, but I did not choose to have an editor, so I did everything myself. So I literally uploaded the manuscript, everything in the inside that you see, the pages, everything. Like, they walk you through all of that. Everything is self-explanatory. Everything from the page size, everything, the numbering I had to do myself, of course. That's going to be up to you, like the inside. So after that, let's go ahead and get into publishing. So I published through CreateSpace. I chose to have my book on Kindle as well, so I did have to do a separate format for that, because it's digital. But it's the same process. You can upload the same manuscript. It's just going to be condensed. Of course, your book is going to be more pages because it's digital. So, and you can choose your own font sizes, but I published directly through CreateSpace, who is connected to Amazon and Kindle. So CreateSpace also has their own platform where you can have people come to your CreateSpace store, but I don't do that because I just feel like more people are more comfortable with Amazon and Kindle, so that's just what I do. Even Barnes and Noble, my book is at selected stores and online, but with Barnes and Noble, of course, they want more cut for the money, and it's just a longer process. They actually distribute through me. I don't want that, so I rather people to buy it from Amazon or either myself. Like, I know it doesn't make sense, but sometimes when I'm out of stock on books, I have to order from CreateSpace as well. So, it's just better to just order them from Amazon. They're quicker. They're print on demand. You don't have to worry about someone sending books back because they don't come to you. They go back to them. Well, CreateSpace, they deal with all of that. So, and at the end of each month, you will get your checks, direct deposited on whatever you make. Amazon and Kindle are they're fair. You get the majority of your money, but it's not about money for me. It's just getting my book out there to help people. That's all I cared about. So that's it for publishing. But like I said, if you want to apply to other stores, you have to do it directly. Some of the few tactics that I would say to do is just do a book tour. That's a good way to get your book out. Also, advertise on social media, Facebook, Instagram, everything. That's what I did. I really didn't do a book tour. I did one stop. I wanted to continue the tour, but I didn't have the money. So I may continue to do that later on in this year. But yeah, CreateSpace also does albums as well. I'll talk about that in a different video because I'm planning on doing that as well. But as far as books and publishing, everything was free. It didn't cost anything. So as far as marketing, I was going to say why is this noise there? It's kind of different with novels because, novels are like at popular libraries as well. So you can go to libraries and schedule like a reading or something like that, or you can, go to different distribution places or stores that, do books, private owned bookstores or whatever, and, just create the buzz. I did a news article. I didn't do the news article, but I submitted a press release on the news in my hometown, St. Louis area. So that was in the newspaper. So that, brought people to awareness. And those are just good tactics on marketing your book. Also, like, my book is pretty much Christian based. So, and just self-help in general, so people from all races and people with all different, religious backgrounds will be able to benefit from my book, not just Christians. So my book it will be more popular in like a church setting in a way, you know what I'm saying? So if you're doing something like that, a self-help book, it would be wise to go to different churches. They have bookstores as well and promote your book like that. They may let you speak about it briefly, or, they may have a seminar or something like that. Those are good ways to market your book. But as far as me actually publishing my book, writing it, and selling it, everything, all of that was completely free through createspace.com. I will link it in the description box. Also, I forgot to mention that whatever work that you're going to do, make sure that you copyright everything. Make sure you have it all copywritten, especially for novels. With my self-help book, I didn't care about that because these are my words. Like, I didn't have to worry about citing anyone else because these are my personal words. So I didn't have to worry about citations and stuff like that. But if you're doing a book, you may have to, depending on what your topic is about, whether it's fiction or nonfiction, you don't want to get sued, for plagiarizing or anything like that. So do keep that in mind as well. All of that is available on CreateSpace as well. But, as far as copyright, you do have to register with your county or state or something like that, or, the state or this country. But I don't know anything about that. You can Google that. That's not what I, have done in the past. So, But also for designs, I did everything myself, like through PowerPoint. I don't know how to explain it. I just designed the cover myself. They do have templates on there, also on like PowerPoint. And there might be other platforms that you can go to, but they have like, where you can put the title there, different like headers and footers. And the barcode, the company did that. CreateSpace did all of that. So they provide templates as well, and they work with you. They let you know which dimensions, size, and stuff like that you need to have. The font, they let you know, if it's not readable or not. If the font is just too not glossy, but too, the font is too hard to read. Also, the pictures, they let you know which pixels would be popular or seeable, you know what I'm saying, visible or whatever. And, you know, it's just everything I picked myself. Now, looking back on this, I probably would have done some changes as far as my text, but I think it's cute. I was 25 at the time, so I think it's cute. It looks professional. It doesn't have to look the best, but it's just, it's my book. I'm a published author, you know what I'm saying? So, you know. But yeah, for those of you who are asking me on advice about writing your books, I really don't know what to tell you because I was motivated. It depends. You have to find motivation. I was motivated by my own experiences, some others' experiences, and by God. So I can't really tell you about novel writing and stuff like that. I don't know those kind of tactics. I do want to get into that because I do have a bunch of plays and scripts. I'm more of a screenwriter. I like production as far as like film and movies. So I've written up a lot of plays and stuff like that that I could do as books first. I don't know. It just depends on what my audience wants first. I am going to start getting into that more on YouTube, but I don't know yet. And that's pretty much it. If you guys have any more questions, make sure you comment below in the descriptions. Not descriptions, my bad. In the comment section. And thank you so much for watching. Make sure you share this video and check out my previous video about, you know, book writing. And see you guys in the next video.